My narcissist ex told everyone I was unlovable and would die alone. He stood on a chair at his own birthday party and announced that he was finally free from the most pathetic woman he'd ever wasted time on. Then he pointed directly at me. I dated Terrence for 3 years. 3 years of being called worthless when dinner wasn't ready on time. 3 years of him telling me my laugh was annoying, my voice was grating, my face was barely tolerable without makeup. He'd poke my stomach in public and ask loudly if I really needed dessert. He'd introduce me to his friends as the best I could do for now. The birthday speech was just the beginning. He spent 15 minutes listing my failures to a room full of people. He called me boring in bed. He said my cooking tasted like garbage. He announced that I'd gained 12 pounds since we started dating and that he'd been embarrassed to be seen with me for months. He mocked the way I pronounced certain words, imitating me in a stupid voice while everyone laughed. He said my own family probably only tolerated me out of obligation. His mother Greta stood in the back nodding along like he was delivering a sermon. I left that party in tears. But Terrence wasn't finished. He told everyone we knew that I was mentally unstable, that I'd begged him not to leave on my knees, that I was so desperate and clingy that he felt physically sick being around me. His friends would see me in public and make jokes loud enough for me to hear. One of them barked at me outside a grocery store. Greta commented on every photo I posted. Still alone, I see. Not surprising. And maybe try losing weight and fixing that personality. Terrence messaged me constantly from different accounts, just reminding you that nobody will ever love you. Saw you at the mall today, still dressing like a homeless person. I blocked him over and over. He always came back. His brother Neil existed on the edges of my memory from those years. Terrence had forbidden me from talking to him. He's pathetic, Terrence always said. A loser who reads books instead of making money. Neil was quiet at every family gathering, helping their grandmother to her seat while Terrence demanded everyone's attention. 9 months after the breakup, I was sitting alone at a cafe trying to convince myself I wasn't as worthless as everyone said. Someone stopped at my table. I looked up expecting mockery. Neil stood there looking nervous. I'm sorry to bother you. I just needed to tell you that what Terrence did was disgusting. I stopped talking to him after that party. I should have defended you that night and I didn't. That's bothered me ever since. We talked for 3 hours. He told me Terrence had always been cruel, even his kids. Said their mother enabled it because Terrence was the golden child who could do no wrong. Neil had watched his brother destroy people his whole life and hated himself for never intervening. Coffee became dinners. Dinners became weekend trips. Weekend trips became something I never expected to feel again. Neil was everything Terrence wasn't. He listened without interrupting. He complimented me without conditions. He told me my laugh was his favorite sound. He never once commented on my weight except to say I was beautiful exactly as I was. Terrence got engaged. Her name was Rochelle. I saw the announcement online and almost choked on my coffee. Rochelle was everything Terrence had accused me of being. She was heavier than me by at least 40 pounds. Her voice was loud and shrill in every video she posted. Her cooking posts got mocked in comment sections. She mispronounced words constantly, and Terrence couldn't correct her publicly without exposing his own hypocrisy. She was clingy in a way I never was, commenting obsessively on his every post, tagging him dozens of times daily, showing up at his job unannounced. The universe has a sense of humor. Terrence found out about Neil and me at his grandmother's 80th birthday. We walked in holding hands. His face twisted into something ugly. You're joking. You're dating that? Neil didn't hesitate. I'm dating the woman you spent 3 years tearing apart because you're too insecure to love anyone but yourself. Greta demanded Neil apologize. Neil looked at his mother calmly. You watched your son humiliate her in front of 40 people and you applauded. You harassed her online for months. You don't get an opinion on my relationships. We left before dessert. His grandmother winked at me on the way out. Terrence married Rochelle 3 months later. A rushed courthouse wedding because she was pregnant. Greta didn't attend. The golden child had finally disappointed her. I've seen recent photos of them. Terrence looks exhausted. Rochelle gained more weight after the baby. She posts constantly about how blessed she is while Terrence's face tells a different story. He got exactly what he deserved. Neil and I got married last spring.